On the bustling trade moon of Verax 7, beauty sold better than loyalty. Everything, machines, furniture, even pets, was polished, symmetrical, and appealing, especially pets. The popular breed that year was a Zarvon hound, sleek, bioluminescent, bred for obedience and elegance. Every rich merchant and dignitary had one. They barked in 3 notes, sparkled under light, and didn't shed a single hair. So when Prince Zelver received his purebred Zarvon pup, expectations were high. Unfortunately, something went wrong. The pup had been damaged in incubation. It hatched with one eye lower than the other, crooked fangs, and a limp in one of its 3 hind legs. Its glow was uneven. Instead of graceful chirps, it made gurgling snorts that some described as a deflating air sac. Prince Zelver took one look and sneered. "What is that thing?" "Your Zarvon sire," the breeder said nervously. "She's healthy, just a little hideous," the prince snapped. "Take it to the junkyards." "But I won't be mocked by my own pet." The pup was dragged out in a carrier and dumped in Sector Thorn, where the planet's unwanted tech creatures and workers gathered. It cried, softly, curled in a heap of rusted drone parts and broken solar panels. That's where Rig, a human mechanic, found her. Rig had worked in the scrapyard since he was a boy, fixing things no one wanted. Robots with cracked cores, leaky hover chairs, solar rats. If it could be mended, he'd try. So when he heard the whimpering from the pile of junk near his workbench, he thought it was a damaged siren. Instead, he found a trembling off-color creature, its oversized ears drooping and its mismatched eyes blinking up at him. "Whoa!" Rig murmured. "What happened to you?" The pup made a bubbling sound and tried to stand, but her limp made her wobble and collapse into his lap. "You poor thing." He stroked her back, feeling the bumps where her spine didn't sit quite right. "They really just toss you out, huh?" He didn't hesitate. He wrapped her in an old work jacket and brought her into his cluttered little home behind the repair shop. "I'm Cal, you gasket," he said with a grin. "'Cause you're weird, squeaky, and a little leaky." She licked his grease-stained face and snorted happily. Life didn't get easier overnight. Gasket chewed wires, knocked over tools, and often scared off customers with her appearance. Neighbors told Rig to put that mutant thing down or sell for parts. But Rig didn't care. "She's got more loyalty than half this moon," he told him. "And she's got spark." And she did. Despite her odd shape, Gasket was brilliant. She learned to fetch tools by name, clean parts with her sticky tongue, and somehow always sensed when an overheating core was about to explode. She slept under Rig's bench, always warm and humming. And one day, she saved his life. A client brought in an unstable engine, a military-grade prototype filled with volatile plasma. Rig didn't realize it was rigged to detonate if opened incorrectly. As he leaned in, Gasket snarled, leapt at his chest, and knocked him backwards just as the engine flared. The shop exploded in flame and sparks, throwing metal in every direction. But Rig survived, because Gasket took the hit. He found her under the wreckage, bleeding, ribs broken, one eye closed. "No, no, no," he whispered, lifting her gently. "You're not done yet, girl. Not like this." He worked through the night, building her a brace for her legs, mending her cracked bones with carbon mesh. He used salvage from a medical drone to restore part of her vision, and even installed a core stabilizer from a decommissioned warbot to keep her organs from failing. She came back stronger, slower but unbreakable. Word got out, not just about the explosion, but about the strange, ugly Zarvon hound that had saved a human's life, about the creature that had been rejected and rebuilt with love. Soon, clients started arriving not just to fix things, but to see Gasket. Kids brought scraps of metal for her to chew. Soldiers patted her head before heading off-world. Mechanics asked Rig to build braces for their aging bots the same way he'd done for her. She became the soul of Sector Thorn. And then one day, Prince Zelver returned. His luxury skimmer broke down outside the scrapyard gates. He stormed into Rig's shop, sneering at the smoke-stained walls and greasy parts. "I demand a bypass for my star drive and a new glow crystal." Rig raised a brow. "You demanding or asking?" Zelver huffed. "Do it, and keep your creature away from me." That's when Gasket limped into the room. Zelver froze. His eyes widened. "Is that?" Rig smirked. "Yeah, recognize her. She's alive? Better than alive. She's perfect." The prince turned pale. That thing was defective, useless, ugly. "She saved my life," Rig said flatly. "More than you'll ever do." The prince stepped back as Gasket approached, tail wagging slightly, not out of affection, but dignity. "You abandoned her," Rig continued, "because she didn't look right, but I gave her a home. She gave me her loyalty. You lost the best pet you'll ever have." Zelver opened his mouth, but no words came out. He left quietly, No bypass. No glow crystal. Just shame. Years passed. Rig Shop became one of the most respected on the moon. Gasket lived a long, strange, beautiful life. Half biological, half rebuilt, entirely loved. When she finally passed in her sleep, wrapped in the same old jacket Rig first found her in, the entire sector mourned. Rig built a statue in her honor outside the scrapyard. Not perfect, not beautiful by design, but true. And at the base, a plaque. She was never ugly, just unseen.